Hi Aries, this will be for the first 10 days of May. So it is the 3rd now. I'm a little late, but so it's going to be love, and then we will do singles, and after that we will do career. So we'll take a look, and this is for the first 10 days of May. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start with love first, see what's going on in that department. This is for those who are, already have someone. We do the singles read after this. So, okay, show me where person is with Aries, please. And then Aries, overall energy. You truly feel about Aries. Okay, here we go. Okay. Ooh, Aries. Aries is not feeling too good about this situation. Okay, all right. So the overall energy I have is the Hierophant. So the Hierophant usually indicates a pretty committed relationship. So it's sort of the traditional card of like marriages or a very strong committed relationship. So if you're not really in that type of relationship, the singles reading might be more for you. Aries, you have the Ten of Swords in your sector here. So I feel like you're getting really fed up with something. The Two of Swords is, I don't see like this being total divorce. I mean, it's possible because we do have the Justice card in here too on their side. I mean, it could be like heading that direction is what I'm seeing here. I think, yeah, I think actually that's where we're headed because you also have the single card of the Nine of Coin. But let's start with them. So they have the Seven of Coin for their energy right now. So the Seven of Coin to them is like I think they want to keep working on this. Like they want to make it work with you, okay? The Seven of Coin is typically a card of not having too much success in that arena of working on things, but they don't want to give up and they want to keep putting effort into it and keep putting effort into it. Now, Justice is here, so that could indicate legal type, starting to seek out attorneys if maybe you're thinking of getting a divorce or something of that nature. But if not, if that's a little extreme, then it can just indicate too that this person that you are dealing with in love just really wants everything to be fair, to be balanced. It's actually a good, mature energy. So if that helps you in any way, if you were concerned that this person is being maybe underhanded or what have you, and some of you that might be, it's a general reading. But this particular energy here is somebody who wants things to be fair and just and all of those, mature type things. Okay. But they have the Magician too. So the Magician is your card also. But to me, it's I think they're not quite ready to let go. I think they want to keep trying to work on things with you and try to magician it up, like pull the rabbit out of the hat, the last stops. I feel like they're still holding on a little bit, and they really would like to try to manifest change with you guys and hang on. All right. But you have the Ten of Swords. And we're moving into your cards now. So the Ten of Swords is you're pretty much over something, okay? Whatever it is in this situation. The Ten of Swords is saying there's not much life left in you to give. Well, there's none actually, because I mean, there's not. But I do see occasionally with the Ten of Swords, if there's not other cards around it to just absolutely indicate there is an absolute ending, then I have seen it where amazingly, this person gets up again, even though they have 10 swords in their back, but they do get up again and give things another shot, that sort of thing. But you have the Nine of Coins, so it could be right now that you might even be kind of separated from this person. Maybe you are taking some time to yourself, just enjoying you, for a while. Or if you're not actually physically doing that, you are emotionally doing that. It's like emotionally being single already. So, but you do have the Ten of Coin as your outcome card. So the Ten of Coin indicates to me family, marriage, stability, all those types of things. So there's a chance here that this could kind of work itself out. Let me take a look at the bottom of the deck here. Ooh. I don't think so though. Honestly, I think this is for an Aries probably who is leaving a long-term situation, or if it wasn't long-term, it was a very committed relationship. I feel like this probably is the end, or for most of you, or working towards that. If it's your choice, that's the vibe I'm getting. If this is something like where you don't want it to end and you wish they'd come back, and the cards could be flipped then in that scenario. But if that's the case too, so if you're the one, in other words, who doesn't want to end this relationship, and your sector were those other cards with the Magician and so forth, and wanting things to be fair and just, then I unfortunately I don't see this like kind of smoothing out in any way. I do see some little bit of battles here too, but everything seems to be pretty on the up and up. I don't see any underhanded stuff, going on. And I do feel eventually you will move kind of into your own kind of. I think you will separate is kind of what I'm saying, and I don't know how to say that nicely, but or maybe that's what you want. I'm not sure, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. So that was probably a very particular message and isn't going to resonate with everyone, but there it is. Okay, so let's take a look at singles and see what's going on with singles. And I mean, those things happen. I mean, people sometimes just outgrow things, and it's time to go and see what else is going on, and it's hard and tough and all those things, but it's just part of our lives, right? All right, so let's see what singles are up to for this first part of May. Single Aries. Oh, the Lovers card just fell out. I saw it flip around, and yep, the Lovers card. Nice. So there could be a Gemini in your future, or just somebody interesting and good attraction, that sort of thing. Let's see, Aries. Okay. Could be a Libra, possibly. All right, let's see what's going on with Aries. Aries, please. Aries singles for the first 10 days of May. Okay, some of you may be reconciling with someone, but let's see what your other cards say. Oh, wow. Okay, so single Aries, definitely, like, it's a pretty, this seems to be a singles reading, but for a single who has somebody in mind. Okay, so in other words, if you're single and you haven't, you don't have anybody that you're thinking about, or you're nothing going on right now, this may not resonate, is what I feel. I think there's been there's something pretty harsh here. Okay, I have the Five of Swords, the Queen of Swords, I have the Five of Coin, and the Moon card. All right, these are some really rough and tough cards. Okay, and I've got the Tower card to boot. So with the Five of Swords, I don't even know how to group these, because usually I hold up a couple, but they're all kind of similar. I'll just kind of do two at a time, I guess. But with the Five of Swords and the Queen of Swords, I feel like there's been some sort of argument or falling out, or you found out the truth, I feel like, about something, and I think unfortunately there's even more to come. but for the most part, I do feel that there's been something here pretty a lot of truth spoken pretty bluntly, maybe from your end, maybe from theirs. Hard to tell, but it's typically indicates to me arguments and harsh type words to each other. And then we have this Five of Coin, which is a card of loss and separation and distance and nothing going on. Just it's a pretty not the most positive card in a love type reading. And then we have the Moon card. So this could be due to finding out things that had been a secret. Like maybe you'd been dating someone that was going along well, and then bam, you find out they're seriously dating somebody else, and they didn't tell you, even though you guys have been going out for a while, or they're married, or it's stuff like that kind of deal. Or surprise, I have this disease and that disease. It could be like a million different things, right? But it's information that is that was hidden from you at the time, and now you probably know it, or you found out something about this person and that caused some arguments and things, but yet there's even more to come. So it could work either way. So you want to be very careful about the energy that's going around with this person right now, because there's a lot of bad cards here. Okay. Suggestion, okay, for the last two cards. So the Four of Swords is about kind of really going inside. The finding that place that's super quiet that you can just be for 30 minutes or something. Kind of shut out the lights and turn off the TV, that kind of thing, and just really kind of let things go. Don't try to like force an answer or anything like that. Just kind of let things go and relax. Just, relax into this as much as you can. Even, maybe like a nice bath and then a meditation or something like that. And that's when this sort of sudden inspiration or sudden clarity will come to you, okay, about the situation. Because I feel like this looks pretty rough for the most part. With the Judgment card coming out first as the first card I pulled, I feel many of you that this is like screaming to you to use your highest judgment in a situation. Because if there was some information that caused this kind of harshness and separation, and then there's possibly even more to come, is that someone you really want to entertain at all, right? And so I feel like this is really calling on you to use your highest judgment in this situation, okay? Especially too if it comes, around more arguments and things like that. Careful, of the things that come out, that kind of deal. It can indicate a reconciliation also with the Judgment card, because it is a card of rebirth in a way also. So for some of you, this may be you guys have a knockdown, drag out argument and reconcile. But again, I just urge you to look at this. Sometimes that's good, and that happens. We have knockdown, drag out arguments, and then, oh my God, I love you. So that can happen too. But make sure that this is more of a one-time thing and not a pattern kind of deal. You do have the Empress and the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, okay? So this could be a female-female relationship, possibly, or this is just like aspects of you. I don't see too much male energy in this relationship. It seems to be like this is for a single female, but if you are a male, there could be two women, perhaps, that you are interested in. If that's the case, if you are a male watching this and there are two women and you're kind of holding these secrets, with the Tower card, they're coming out, okay? And, the thing is, with the Justice card here and the Judgment card, this is calling for someone to be very fair, very, very, make good decisions. Use your highest discernment, and in situations. For others of you, if you're just a female watching this and you're involved in not normal, I shouldn't say that because all relationships are normal, but like if you're involved with a male, then I feel that like based on your decision with this, you can either be the Empress or you can be the Queen of Wands. Both are very good cards, okay? But the Empress kind of trumps the Queen of Wands because she's kind of all four queens rolled into one, all right? She takes the strength of all of the queens of the tarot, and she's kind of the ultimate, right? So that's kind of the one to be. She's very abundant in all ways. The Queen of Wands isn't bad either. It's a beautiful card, and usually indicates a very unique type of woman who is very self-assured, a little bit creative and offbeat, that sort of thing. So either is good. I feel it's just, one's a little better than the other, kind of, in that sense. But either way, I think you'll be okay if you decide to go back with this person or you don't or what have you. But just, there might be like super great things for you if you do not. So, it's kind of up to you in that respect. So, the advice would be probably this looks like a whole lot, if you get what I'm saying. All right. Okay, so let's look at career for Aries and see what's going on in that respect. Career for Aries. Okay, let's see. So this is, we're just kind of looking at money and career opportunities. So we'll see what's going on for this first 10 days of May. Although, I call it that, but it can be relevant kind of throughout May. So timing is a little weird with the tarot, but the messages get there, right? All right. So let's look at career and money opportunities for Aries, please. 2019. Aries. 2019. Okay, almost there. Yep. Okay, there we go. Okay, whoop, no, there we go. Okay. Okay, so we have the Devil card, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Empress, nice, okay. We have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Judgment card. Interesting. So you guys got the Judgment card twice, it was in the singles reading as well. We have the Two of Wands also at the bottom of the deck, which to me can indicate some sort of insight about something and focus in on something, and like that you have focused in on something and you have insight about it now, and now you're ready to move forward. So there could have been some sort of choice that you had. And it's going to be a little difficult with this. This is coming up because this isn't quite your spread yet. This is at the bottom of the deck. But I do see, like with the Three of Swords here, there's definitely some sort of choice. And one of them might let somebody down, okay? It might be you. It might be possibly disappointment for yourself. But I don't think so. I feel like it's letting someone else down, and that's why it's such a hard and a difficult choice for you. But you have to use your wisdom, and you know that. You need to use your wisdom in order to be happy. So I feel like it's going to be difficult to do this, but you kind of have to, because your wisdom is calling on you to do this. All right, so with the Devil card in your first, I'm glancing at this because I have like a little note on this spread. So okay, so this is the current financial situation. So the Devil card, that's a good card, actually. I mean, it's, as much as the Devil card can be a good card, but if anything, showing up in a career reading, because the Devil is kind of the card of materialism and tangibles and things like that. So, but, it is the Devil card. So there can be maybe a little bit too much of an addiction to financial status, and or it could also just indicate that you're in a fairly good financial situation, but you feel like you are very chained to this career, or that you're just a number, that kind of energy. But it's a strong card financially to show up, so that's not a bad thing necessarily. Now you have the Page of Cups, which is where new sources of income come from. So this could be a lot of different things. This could be, because the Page of Cups brings news, so it could be some sort of opportunity coming towards you. This could be from a young person, because pages typically are in the early 20s-ish, kind of age range. So this could, or just a very youthful type of person. So possibly, okay. So it could be news, just news coming in general, that's some sort of offer for you. Or it could be something that is some information that is given to you from a young person in their 20s, around in there. It could also be, oddly, it could be some sort of opportunity that comes from a flirtation of some sort, because it is the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups to me is flirty. And so it could be, you could be like flirting with someone at the coffee house or something, but you guys are talking a little bit, and they say, hey, have you heard of such and such? And somehow that's this great light bulb for you, and it could be some sort of idea for you to make more money or what have you. So, but it does involve youth and light kind of jubilant energy, okay? Let's see. So, since it's in also where new sources of income come from, it could be if from your line of business or whatever area of work you are in, if you're an entrepreneur or you work for, a large corporation or what have you, this could, also indicate thinking very youthfully. Maybe taking up, a panel of youth to see about maybe if you're trying to do some market research or something along those lines also. All right, so with the Empress, this is in the opportunities to consider. So there may be an older female around you, depending on your age range. If you're my age, around my age, then it would be a peer, most likely, somebody around your age as well. The Empress she's a very set person. She has her abundance already. She has a lot of wisdom to give, and she's very nurturing with that. She doesn't hold back. You know, she freely, I mean, she doesn't go around like telling everybody, you know, everything. But if she senses she can trust you, or that you can trust the information she's giving to you, that you will use it responsibly, then she will share it with you easily. So there could be someone around you that, and sometimes too, the Empress is a mom, you know, so it could be a mother also. So that could be some sort of opportunity. Maybe they're going to, you know, help you invest in something or that type of deal, or just give you some really good information about something. And how that benefits you. You have the Queen of Swords. So whatever this is, you know, that is this kind of opportunity around, it will benefit you because the Queen of Swords is someone now who has a plan. They have a strategy. They have the ways and means to carry it out, and they are extremely pointed towards it. You know, they're honed in on it, and they are very logical about it. They see what they need to do. They know what they have to like attack, you know, to get it done. You know, so that's very good. It's going to like empower you and give you a lot more single pointed focus. Okay. Now you have the Judgment card at the top here. So with the Devil card in the current financial situation and the Judgment card at the top, the only thing I would say is to, you know, to me, this is always a card of using your highest discernment. And I'll stress that even more since the Devil card is present. So, in other words, you know, make sure that you're walking on moral ground here. You know, you're not trying to get something pushed over, you know, just because. Well, yeah, I think you see what I'm saying. You know, just use your highest judgment in a situation. Don't railroad anyone. I don't want to say underhanded, you know, because most people aren't that way. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. Just make sure you're using really good judgment about situation, okay, and that you're not getting tied in with people who have malintent, or that the product is malintent, or you know whatever you know it may be. Even if it could make you like a slew of money, you know, it's still asking you to use your judgment about this, okay? So, about a situation. But you had those other cards at the bottom of the deck, too. So, like I said, I think that you will. And, again, you know, there might be a little disappointment that you have to kind of work through personally, or you might have to disappoint someone else. But just use your wisdom, you know, because you need to do things that will make you feel happy and good about yourself. All right, that's very important. So, all right, so I'm going to leave that there. Aries, if you enjoyed your video, all I ask is maybe leave a comment or something that really helps kind of circulate my videos when there's like some activity on it. And subscribe too if you haven't yet. I do live once a week where I answer free questions. Well, once a week-ish. I do some daily love reads. I just do a lot. So, you know, if you're interested, that would be cool too. All right. And sorry, I keep forgetting to. And I opened an Etsy shop too with it's in the link, or you know, underneath the video. So I have some cool like designs there. They're kind of neat. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.